Hello everybody, Greg here. I want to give you an update on my 125 gallon reef tank. It's been a year and a month since I started the tank. I want to go a little bit more in depth with you as to what's in the tank and how I run it. It has a hang on the back skimmer and LED lighting. I use GFO and a media reactor. I do weekly partial water changes. I've only missed 1 week since I started, and that was Christmas week. Some of the changes in my tank are the live rock. I've added about a third more live rock, and I've got a few new corals, and the fish have changed a little bit. I got a powder blue tang, that's my favorite fish, his name's Bo. I got a magnificent foxface rabbitfish, 2 royal grammas, 2 os clownfish, Talbot's damsel and a yellowtail blue damsel, and a starry blenny. My new corals are a pink branching montipora, some clove polyps, and cauliflower coral. My coral's all been growing really well with the exception of my acropora, which died. It had tissue necrosis, and all the other corals seem to be doing really well. I've had to frag my corals to keep them from getting too big, and then some of the corals pieces broke off and I made frags out of those when I was cleaning the tank or moving things around trying to catch some of the other fish in the tank that I had to take out. So I want to give you a closer view of the tank. Up here I keep some of my frags and the Montipora divisa. I got my war corals are growing really well on the rock. They're starting to cover the top portion. The Porites coral, the zoanthids, and the clove polyps are doing really well. The blue mushroom anemones. There's my red brittle star that I got recently. And under here, you can see the peppermint shrimp dancing around back there. My blue tangs hiding out. I just changed the lighting from full light to mostly blue for the video. So the fish are a little bit disoriented. There's a cauliflower coral, green. There's the clove corals. If the light was more blue, you'd see a lot more orange in them. They're green with orange. Some more zoanthids on that rock. My green plating coral. I broke that a couple times and made some frags out of it. It had a big old whorl on the top that's now about half the size it used to be. My neon green Nephthia. It shed recently, and it went from having really long polyps, or stalks I should say, to being kind of short and stubby. I don't know what caused that, but it still seems to be doing okay. My giant polyps in the Hawaiian feather duster. Torch corals are doing well. They're getting bigger. They're about twice as big as they were. And I always do well with the frog spawn. It's about 6 times larger than it was when I got it. It's now in 3 pieces, with another piece in my 30-gallon tank. I'm planning on getting a hang on the back refugium soon. One of those CPR, I believe they're called. There's one of the frags that broke off my cauliflower coral. I wish my fish weren't afraid of this blue light. They're just not used to it, so they're in hiding. Clownfish, like I said in my previous video, they like to host this orange plating Montipora. My other brittle star is hanging out up there by the heater. He's been up there for about 2 months now. There's my Talbot's damsel. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll post another video again in the future. Hopefully I'll have the hang on the back refugium going on. So I'm going to pause this video and show you the 30 gallon. So here's the 30 gallon. It's got a lot of grape, or red I should say, bubble algae in it right now. There's some red macroalgae. It used to be a lot bigger, but I had a tang in here that ate a lot of it. There's some frog spawn. And the frags from my plating coral are growing in there. It's kind of hard to see with this light. Magnificent firefish. I got all my cleaner shrimp in here because they were chasing around my peppermint shrimp. And I was afraid they were going to kill my peppermint shrimp, so I moved the cleaner shrimp into this tank. I don't know if I'm going to keep them in here or try to get the peppermint shrimp out in the future. But I put the peppermint shrimp in the 125 to eat the aptasia, and I believe they ate it all, but I want to leave them in there for a while longer just in case they haven't. Anyway, that's my 30 gallon tank. Talk at you later.